Paganini Liszt. Paganini's first caprice appears in the 6 etudes that Liszt transcribed for this instrument. The arpeggio study I'm going to look at. And what I'm going to suggest is that we can take that single note configuration. He expanded it into double notes, triple notes, you can expand it into 4, after all the revisions and the process of understanding what it was that Paganini wrote, he eventually came back to the single line. So what I'm going to suggest now is that we go through this configuration, playing 2 notes at a time, and then looking at the configuration where we play 3 notes at a time, to look at chord technique. Starting from C going through to B, and then the upper tonic. We start on C. Slightly bouncing the wrist, and if it seizes up, just bounce the wrist more. Moderato. Now 6-3. Keeping relaxed, so that if I was to come along, there's no tension in the arm. If I was to go like this, you don't go like that, to avoid fatigue. This is 6-3, going to 6-4. So that's looking at the Paganini Liszt in one of the versions that he transcribed. We'll go now to the 3 notes, but we'll change the configuration. Left hand, hands together. taking it from 2 to 3 to 4 notes at a time, but slowing down a little. The sense of sureness. Okay, so that's looking at that configuration in 2 notes, 3 notes, 4 notes. Understanding that once you have that in mind, you can decorate, improvise. The Paganini Liszt. The first configuration was 2 notes. So from that I'll move on to scales in thirds, grouped. Measured. Sense of sureness. This a little bit faster. On the C and the E. Going into the keys on the D flat and the F, the E flat and the G. And another fitting for thirds, double thirds and scales is 2/4 all the way, which comes from the Liszt Paganini number 6. So, taking that fingering, we'll do that for all their major scales from going from C through to B. From here, we could look at the octave in the sixth, or the octave in the third. In the left hand, rather than that, which is a cerebral version of that in the left hand, I'd suggest putting the third in the bass and putting the third in the treble in the right hand. So you get this. And then you do that from C to B. It's probably, you don't find those type of passages that much in the repertoire. You do find it in Paganini number 6. So that's looking at this configuration. Fingered scales in groups, in thirds, and with a singular fingering, all the major scales, going from C through to B, going to C. Okay.